Hey y'all, it's your girl Symone and welcome back to my channel. As y'all could see by the title, it is another story time. Y'all don't even do me. I know this video was supposed to be posted yesterday, but I had to go ahead and re-record the whole thing, which is annoying. But anyway, before we get into this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel, give it a girl thumbs up and comment down below. We are almost to 100, so we gonna make sure we get there, okay? So do what it do. So let's get into this story. So prop the knee up. Y'all probably can't see it because how the camera is adjusted, but y'all just know the knee is up. So y'all, what was I finna say? Oh, quick question for you guys. So do y'all think I should put background music like in my story times? Like, I want to ask y'all before I do that. So if y'all think I should put like background like little music while I'm talking, then let me know down below if you think I should, if you think I shouldn't, because I like y'all opinion, so I like to ask y'all what I should do first. Okay, so that, and then this story is about Rat. Y'all remember from Summer Love Affair? Yes, if you have not watched those Summer Love Affairs part 1 through, I don't remember how many, make sure you go and watch those. So let's get into this video. So this story, as y'all can see, is titled Girl Fight for a Reason. Y'all, this was just a crazy ass day. So one day, me and Rat was chilling. She was at my house. She has been staying at my house for like a week, and then a pool party came up. So it was this boy that she knew told her about a pool party. It wasn't somebody she was talking to. It was just like a random boy that she knew, cool, like homie type boy. So she was like, oh, he told me about this pool party. I forgot, it was somewhere kind of like far. One of those cities when you driving down the 405 and you get to them, you start getting to them nice houses and shit. I can't remember the city, y'all, so that's what I'm just saying, but whatever. Anyway, so we went far as hell for this pool party. Well, we ain't there yet. We ain't get to the pool party yet, but that's where it was at. So yeah, so she's telling me about the pool party. You know, I'm the friend with the car. So I'm like, bitch, yes, we're going to a pool party. It's summertime. At this point, I am very much single. This is before the Summer Love Affair, but this is when I was dealing with crazy. But at this point, we was off. We was off, okay, y'all? We was not. I was telling myself, I'm not dealing with this man. I'm done. I'm over. So why not go to a pool party and meet some new people, or just have a good time? It wasn't always about meeting somebody, but you know, just get out the house having fun. So I'm like, all right, I'm down. So we're getting ready, y'all. And oh my god, y'all. Oh my god. So this already just reminded me, because I was just so annoyed just thinking about this just recently. Like, y'all, Rat was one of those friends. I have a few friends that like to borrow stuff of mine, which I have no problem with, you know, if you borrow as long as you give it back. But Rat was one of those homegirls that will borrow my shit and not give it back, which was annoying. You was at my house for like a week, and I used to tell her like, hey, you want me to take you home to get some more clothes? Mind you, we had a washer and dryer, so when I was washing my stuff, she'd be like, hey, can you wash my stuff? I wash it. Like, you had clean clothes, bitch. So anyway, she was like, I don't have no bathing suits, which made sense, because why would she just randomly come to my house with bathing suits? Anyway, I don't have a pool. We're not gonna go get wet outside or nothing like that. Like, you know, we're not gonna have a water fight. So she didn't have a bathing suit. So I'm like, oh, you know, okay, like, I don't have a problem with letting people borrow stuff, but what I do have a problem with letting people borrow is underwear. Ain't nobody asked me that, you know, but that's a very wild request to ask somebody to borrow. Like, hey, bitch, let me borrow that thong, it's cute. Like, that's very wild. But a bathing suit, I don't want nobody borrowing a bathing suit. Like, we're not about to put our coochie in the same, yeah, we're not finna do that. Like, we're not finna do that, you know. So I'm like, do you want me to take you to your house? Like, you know, I could take you to your house so you could go get your own bathing suit. And she was like, girl, I'm not even trying to go over there. Like, her dad was there. That's the whole reason why she was at my house. It was a lot of like shit going on with her, like her dad and shit, which is not my business to tell. So she was like, I'm not trying to go over there and see them or whatever. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, do you want to go to the store? I'm like, because honestly, I'm not trying to let you use my bathing suit. I'm like, all my bathing suits that I got, I literally just bought them, and bitch, I don't want you wearing them. Like, the fuck? Because at this time back then, that's when I was just like about to start my own little clothing line. Well, not a clothing line, I was doing like a little boutique or whatever. So I had bought stuff, but I was gonna take pictures of them and see how people like them before I just went and ordered. So everything I had, I didn't have multiple. If I had multiple, I wouldn't have been tripping to give her one, but I did not, and I liked them, and I already wore them. So she was like, friend, I do not care, like, can I wear this one? She had picked out like the best one, but mind you, I was wearing something different, but I was just still annoyed, because I'm just like, and if I have a picture, I'll show y'all the bathing suit I wore, because I wore this cute bathing suit I had got. It was super cute, but if I find it, I'm gonna have to put an emoji though. But anyway, so let me stop rambling. So anyway, so I'm like, whatever, you could wear it. But I'm like, bitch, you could keep it. Like, you could keep it. And she was like, for real? Like, cause I was gonna give it back to you, you could wash it. I'm just like, nah, you could just keep the bathing suit. Cause it's like, I don't even want it no more. Even if I wash, I don't want it no more. Like, I just know your whole little lady part's been up in my bathing suit. I don't want it no more. So I'm just like, whatever, you could keep it. So we're getting ready. So while we're getting ready, she was just like, friend, bitch, oh my God, oh my God. So I'm like, what, like what, oh my God, what? Like, let me find out. Like, they have a special guest appearance at the pool party. It's gonna be Usher there or something. Like, what's going on? You know, so she like, friend, my nigga just got out of jail. And I was like, what nigga? Like, girl, who are you talking about? Because we literally was just kicking it with some other niggas the other day. But hey, but I'm just like, who? And she like, girl, stop playing dumb. So she said a name, which he really don't need no name. He don't need no name at all. He don't. That ain't my nigga. He ain't gonna be in none of these more stories. So he do not need a name whatsoever. So anyway, she said the guy, like, you know, she said his name. So I'm like, oh, okay, still don't know who you talking about, but that's what's up. Like, he out of jail. So she was like, bitch, could we pull up on him like before we go to the pool party? Like, please, I just gotta see him. Could we pull up on him? So I'm like, all right. Which is crazy to me how she sent her nigga out of jail. Like, if this was your man, wouldn't you have known that he was getting out of jail today? Like, it really was surprising to her. Like, she really just found out he got out of jail today. Like, oop, who popped up on the ground? My man. Like, but hey, none of my business, because ain't none of my business. So I'm like, all right, yeah, for sure. Like, you know, I'm not tripping. We could go pull up, because mind you, the pool party, I didn't want to get there super early anyway, because y'all know shit don't pop until like middle and towards the end. Like, I'm not about to be the first person there. I'm not about to be setting up chairs and tables. I'm not about to do none of that. Like, I'm not trying to be the first person at the party. So I'm like, yeah, we could do that, you know, to kill some time, because we was just chilling in the house. And if I chill in the house too long and I sit on my bed too long, I'm gonna get tired and I'm gonna want to take a nap, and that's gonna ruin everything. And I didn't want to just be driving around in traffic wasting my gas, because again, I was not asking. It's not like she was giving me gas money, but I didn't want to just drive around wasting like time, you know. So it made sense. It just was okay. So I'm like, all right. So we get in the car. We on the way to her man house, and y'all will see why I said her man. So we on the way to her man house or whatever. And when we're in the car, I'm just like, bitch, so you finna do a little quickie or whatever before we go? So she like, girl, no, no. I just want to go see him real quick. Like, I just want to, you know, show my face real quick to show him, like, you know, I see him. I'm like, okay, so yeah, so we're in the car. So next thing you know, I'm just talking to her like, like I'm just talking like a fucking, just won't shut up. Like, y'all, I talk so much. Like, I used to get talked to. Do y'all remember back in the day, report cards in elementary, and they used to write in there, like, they used to literally write talk too much on my report card, and people would not understand it because I used to be quiet as hell, like, around certain people. So they'd be like my mom friends and shit, they'd be like, what the fuck is going on? But anyway, so I'm just over there talking, and then I realized, like, this bitch ain't said not one word back to me. But my she already told me where he lives, so I was already on the way there. So she ain't said one word back to me. This bitch in her phone like that, like, she's in there mad as fuck. So I'm like, everything good over there, right? Like, everything good? She was like, everything good. Like, she's irritated. You could tell she's annoyed. So I'm not gonna ask you too many times if you good or not, because I understand, like, if I'm annoyed and I say twice I'm good, don't ask me a third time. Let me let it go its course, let it run its course, and I'll be cool. Like, you know, like, no need to keep asking, because now I'm gonna get more annoyed probably. I don't know, or I might start crying depending on what I'm really mad about. So yeah, so anyway, so she seemed annoyed. So we pull up to the house, and I was like, you sure you're not finna go up in there and get no quickie? Like, you sure? I'm like, because if you do, let me know. I'm a little hungry, so I'll probably run to McDonald's, give me something to eat, and I don't mind sitting out in the car and eating it. And she was like, girl, no, like, I promise you, like, I'm just coming to show him my face or whatever. She was like, we is not finna even be here long. So I'm like, are you sure? Because mind you, I'd rather you tell me and I go get some food so I could at least be sitting in my car, like, you know, not just sitting here, like, because I'm thinking, like, you know, if he fresh out of jail, which, you know, fresh out of jail intercourse could go one or two ways. It could go like, dang, I ain't had nothing in a long time, this ended fast. Or it could go, I want to go hours and hours and hours. And I was hoping, you know, it would have went the first way. Hey, I ain't had nothing in a long time, I came in 3 seconds. Like, you know, I was thinking, like, you know, maybe go like that, get my little food, come back, chill, I'll be good, clean up, ready to go. Maybe do a round 2, go a little 4 seconds, you know, whatever. So she like, no, girl, you come inside with me. So I said, you sure? She's like, yeah. So we pull up to the house. We get out the car and we go to the door. First, she like knocking on the door. Nobody came to the door. So next thing you know, like, she was like, so she called him. So she like, hello. And he was like, so she like, I'm outside. And he was like, man, what the fuck? And he hung up and it went beep, beep, beep. So I'm like, you sure it's good? Like, that I could come in too? And she was like, girl, yes, it's good. And she was like, I know he finna be happy as fuck to see me. Mind you, your phone is loud as hell and I'm right behind you on the porch. I heard that man say, what the fuck, and hang up. So he ended up coming to the door. When he came to the door, he looked so annoyed. Like, he looked annoyed as fuck. And I'm like, hi, you know, I spoke because I'm finna walk in your house. I'm gonna speak. So we come in the house. We go right in the house. You know, you walk into a house. Usually the living room is first. It was nothing weird. The living room was first. It's normal. So we walk in. We stand in the living room. And when I tell y'all, me and her is standing right there and he's standing right here. He's standing there looking at us like this, like we were supposed to sell him something. Like we about to pitch an idea to him. Like we're gonna be like, okay, so why we should put speed bumps on the street? Like he was really standing there like, okay, what y'all gotta say? Like he really was standing there. So I'm just like, can I sit down? Like, you know, can I sit on your couch? And he was just like, yeah, because I don't know what the hell's going on. Like, we finna do the Spider-Man pointing fingers at each other. Like, what are we doing? Why are we standing here staring at each other? It's weird. Ain't this your man? Shouldn't y'all be, like, jumping on each other? Like, you know, like, doing a damn thing right now? Like, not in front of me, but, like, y'all should be doing something besides just standing here in silence. Like, I was confusion. So, next thing you know, she was like, you not gonna speak? And he was like, what do you want, rat? Like, and she was just like, let's go in the room. And he was like, all right. She was like, friend, we'll be right back. I'll be right back. And I'm just like, okay. Like, you know, I'm smiling like, do your shit, bitch. Rep your city. Like, you know, let him know. Let him know. Like, you know, do your shit. So I'm sitting there and I'm just on my phone, you know, going through on Instagram, taking a little pictures, but not doing too much because, again, I don't know who messes this, and I'm not going to be taking no pictures in nobody's house like that. So, I mean, the picture I was taking was behind white walls, of course. I'm not about to take pictures behind the grandma's, in front of the grandma's china cabinet, where next thing you know, bitches thinking this my man's like, no, we ain't doing that. So, stay in the room or whatever. They in the room for a good minute. All you hear is them going at it, y'all. Going the fuck at it. And no, and when I say going at it, I don't mean like this. Like, I don't mean like one person bent over, the other person standing behind like, I don't mean sex. Like, I don't mean that, okay? They were going at it like arguing. Like, stupid ass bitch, nah, fuck you, nigga, da 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 da. So at this point, I'm sitting here like, are they arguing? Are they fucking? Like, you know, because I'm confused. Like, I'm thinking like, maybe, you know, because some people do stuff different. You know, some people have different, like, type of moves in the bedroom, you know. And I've witnessed from Twitter porn, like, you know, some people are different. Like, you know, maybe they're arguing, maybe that turns each other on. Like, maybe they're doing it and they just yelling at each other because they like, he probably like talks to me and she probably like, okay, fuck you, nigga, yeah. I don't know if that's a thing. It's not my thing, you know, that wouldn't turn me on, but everybody's different. So I'm thinking like, okay, nah, I don't hear no smacking noises. I just hear a lot of shit talking. So maybe they arguing, like, you know. So I'm like, what the fuck going on up in there? So they up in there for a good 10-15 minutes, which I'm annoyed by this time already because I could have went and got my McDonald's and came back. I could have been sitting in my car. I don't want to hear y'all arguing. So okay, they in there for a good 10-15 minutes. By 15 minutes they come out the room and they smiling. So I'm like, okay, they was fucking. They would just be fucking crazy because they for sure, because y'all literally, before they walked out the room, they was yelling at each other. Like, I heard them like, nah, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. So I'm like, okay. So yeah, so they come out the room and they smiling. And she was just like, for real, he was like, so you gonna come back? You gonna come back, right? And she was like, yeah, I'm gonna come back. Like, you know, and I'm just like, y'all kinky as hell. But so I stand up and I'm like, you ready? And she was like, yeah, I'm ready. And he was like, bye. Like, y'all coming back though? Y'all coming back? He was like, cause my homie's gonna come back. My homie's coming over tonight. They want to throw a little like kickback for me because, you know, I'm fresh out or whatever. So you might get you single, right? Because I ain't finna put my homie on to nobody if you got a nigga, because we ain't finna do that because your nigga would get beat up. And I'm just like, I'm single, the fuck? So I'm just like, and plus beat up who? Because you ain't finna be crazy up, because crazy be knocking niggas out. No, I'm just kidding. But no, anyway, so I'm just like, yeah, I'm single or whatever. So he like, all right, y'all gonna come back? So she like, yeah, babe. And he like, all right. So they kiss and I'm just confused as hell. Like, y'all literally was just yelling at each other. Literally, but whatever. So we leave out the house and she just like, bitch, smiling. Like, she was sitting there smiling like this at me, like in the car. Like, just say it. She was really like this, bitch. And I said, girl. And she was like, bitch. And I'm like, girl, Like, you know, and it was really like, okay, bitch, we're not gonna do bitch girl back and forth. Like, let me know what just happened. Like, I need to know the details, because that was weird. Like, that was very weird. So I said, bitch, what the fuck was going on in there? Like, y'all sound like y'all was arguing, but y'all came out like happy. So like, what happened? And she was like, girl, no, we did not do it. Like, I just gave him head. So I'm just like, when did you have time? When did you have time? You literally was cussing him out. Like, y'all was cussing each other out. Like, was it like I cuss you out, then you cuss me out, and I go in? Like, I'm not gonna do any examples, but I was confused. I said, girl, y'all was really arguing. I said, y'all is crazy. And she was like, girl, right, he is crazy as hell. But she never gave me details of when did she have time, because I really wanted to know, like, when did you have time to do that, when y'all was really just yelling at each other like crazy? like what the fuck? Like, you could, girl, you good if you could talk and do it at the same time. Like, you could talk and perform oral at the same time, bitch. You're crazy. Like, what the hell? Like, I was so confused. So anyways, we end up on our way to the pool party now, right? So we in the car, she turned up, her whole vibe is good. So I'm like, okay, like she lit, you know. So we in the car, we lit, we turned up, we making videos and shit. So we end up finally by the house to the pool party. That shit was popping, y'all. Like, streets filled up. We had to park far as fuck down the street, y'all, and it was like hills. Oh my god, we had to walk. Anyway, so we parked, we end up walking up to the pool party. You know, we pay, we get in, and it's lit. So we over here, we having fun or whatever, and they had drinks and stuff like over to the back. So it was like when you walk in, it was like some stairs you walk up, and there was like a little walkway. The pool was over there. They had a little bar set up in the back, and then over there they had chairs and stuff and all that stuff. It was nice. It was nice. It was a nice little pool party setup. So we get up there, it's popping, there's people everywhere, ain't nobody in the pool. Y'all already know why y'all be having pool parties and nobody be in the pool. Like, my reason for not getting in the pool is because I can't swim and niggas play too much. Like, one time in the summertime, y'all, at Jesse Owens, these niggas was dunking me in a circle. I couldn't breathe. I'm like, and they just boom, boom. I'm like, I can't breathe. And you know, they just kept dunking me. So that'd be my reason, because niggas play entirely too much and I can't swim. It's like I can swim away. Like, I'm gonna drown, like, for sure. But yeah, it's not a single soul in that motherfucking pool. So I'm like, girl, let's get a drink. So we walk over to go over there to get a drink, and we get a drink. We end up like mingling, talking to people, and next thing you know, like, we're dancing and stuff. And I was like dancing with my drink, because I always used to twerk any and everywhere. And so and plus it's a party, then I'm gonna twerk here. So I'm turned and I'm twerking. I'm like, bitch, record me. So she like, all right. So she recorded me, and I got my drink, and I'm just twerking like, look at that, sip my drink, fuck it up, sip my drink. And next thing you know, she's like, bitch, hold up. Bitch, that's not my nigga right there. So I'm thinking, like, which one? Which is no problem. You know, when you single, you can have as many people you want in your life. You know, as long as you ain't in a relationship cheating on nobody, and to do what you want to do. So she was like, girl, that's my nigga right there. I said, who? Like, who? And she was like, right there. So at this point, I'm like, who? And she was like, right there, like with the red shirt on. So I'm like, okay. Well, I was not finna say his shirt, like somebody gonna remember, because it is people that I've seen at this party that I do still follow on Instagram. But I mean, it's not that big of a deal. So anyway, she was like, right there with the red shirt on. So I'm like, oh, okay. She like, let's go over there. So we go over there. She was like, bitch, I'm mad we just bought these drinks. He would have really bought us our drinks. So we go over there and we talking. Like, right when we walk up to him, he's like, because mind you, he's standing there alone looking around with a drink in his hand. So we walk up to him and he just like looking around still. And she like, what's up? Like, he don't need no name neither. So he like, what's up? Like, what's up? And he was just like, oh, what's up? And looking around. And I'm just like thinking, like, the fuck wrong with him? So she was like, why the fuck you acting weird towards me? I said, yeah, nigga, why'd you acting weird? Like, you know, mind you, I don't even know this man. He looked at me like, bitch, who is you? Why'd you even talk to me? Like, he really looked at me like, why are you talking to me? Like, who are you? Like, that's really how he looked at me, like, the fuck is going on? So she was just like, this my friend Symone, because she peeped the way he looked too, because I'm just thinking, like, with the biggest smile on my face, because mind y'all, I smile at the wrong times. So I'm just sitting there with a big ass smile on my face, like, I don't give a fuck why he looking like that. Now I'm gonna ask you why you looking at that. So she was just like, oh, so you can't speak or whatever? And he was like, oh, what's up? And he was like, y'all here, just y'all? Like, it's just y'all here? And she was like, yeah, we just here. He was like, okay, y'all didn't come with like no niggas or nothing. She was like, why would I come with a nigga? Because this was one of the people she talked to that didn't know she talked to other people. I'm assuming, I don't know. So she was just like, what you been up to? You didn't tell me you was gonna be at this party or whatever. And he was just like, oh, I know, I'm just here, you know, I just came, I'm here with my people and shit. every time a nigga say my people, he means my girlfriend, my bitch. I don't know why they don't just say that. Niggas let us say my people. I was with my people. I was with my people. Yo, bitch. Cause you know, if it was really like people that like I was with my cousin, I was with my bros, I was with my sis, like they let us say, stop calling your girl your peoples. Like just say your girl. Like I don't know. Then they went by, I did not say I had a girlfriend. I literally said my peoples. Like, oh, I was supposed to know that. But anyway, so he's like, yeah, I'm here with my peoples or whatever. So he looking around, he's just still being so fucking weird. So she's still just trying to make small talk with him. This nigga's barely even saying anything. And I was just like, he is turned down, girl. Like, let's go and have fun. Like, he is turned down. So he was like, yeah, y'all go have fun. Y'all do that. And he just looking around. Like, mind you, the whole time we talking to him, he barely looked at us. Like, he looked at us a few times. He looked at me to give me that stank ass look. And he looked at her a few times. But the whole time he really was looking around like this. Or would turn the other way and be talking. Like, we'll be standing right here and he'll be like this. Yeah, yeah, y'all should go have fun. It's a cool ass party. Y'all go get y'all some more drinks. And it'll be like, the fuck? So I'm like, bitch, is this Stevie Wonder? Like, can he see us? Like, I don't know. But, so, anyway, she was just like, yo, so she just talking and she was just like, I'm finna fuck it up on him, friend. Record me. So I'm like, ah! You know, like, is she trying to dance on him? He was like, no, none of that. No, none of that. So next thing you know, a girl walks up and she kind of like scoot her out the way because she still was trying to dance on him, and he's just, and it was a horrible ass fucking video because literally she's dancing on him and this man is like looking around like this and he trying to push her with like, none of that. But not giving in. So she's still dancing on him. And it was just funny as fuck. Says like we was dying. Like I promise you, man. And I'm recording it on her phone. I promise you I'm in the background just screaming, laughing like because it was funny as fuck and she just laughing. Like we just thought it was so funny because like he just didn't want to be bothered. And I don't know why we didn't just leave him alone. So anyway, this girl walks up and she kind of like scoops her out the way and stood like directly facing us and was all like, we not doing that. So she was like, huh? Like, what's up? Like, she was like, we're not doing that. And she was like, girl, it's a party, turn up. Like, you know, trying to be lit with the girl. And I'm like, hey. You know, it's always, hey. So the girl was just like, no, we're not doing that. You're not finna be dancing on my nigga. And I'm just thinking like, friend, I thought this was your nigga. I'm just kidding, I ain't say that though. But she was like, yo, nigga. And she was like, really? To his name. Like, really? Blank? Really? Really? And she was like, this your bitch? Like, oh, I didn't even know. My homegirl, she being funny. Rat. I stopped calling her my homegirl. Rat, she being funny. And she was like, oh, I did not know you had a bitch. Oh. And she's laughing. And I don't know why I'm laughing too. Maybe it was the alcohol. But I wasn't laughing too much. But I was just laughing. Probably because she was laughing. I don't know. It was funny for some reason. It was. And the girl was like, she started going crazy. I don't remember exactly what she said, but she was yelling. Like, and at this point, it's music playing and you're yelling. It's just a lot going on. People talking and shit. Like, why are you yelling? So she yelling and shit. She turned up. She doing all of this. Like, bitch, da 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 da. And my friend is standing there. Like, she was saying stuff back to her. But for some reason, I don't know if it was like what happened. Because by this time, I already downed my drink. And y'all, when I tell y'all, like, alcohol hits me fast. And plus, we had it straight. We didn't have, like, no mixed drink or nothing like that. I don't know. It's like everything just got, like, I couldn't hear or something. Like, for some reason, when I really get drunk, I can't see like that. I don't know. It's weird to tell. Everything get blurry as fuck. But anyway, so she's just, like, talking shit. My friend, like, kind of saying stuff back to her, but not talking shit. She just, like, girl, it's not that deep. Like, you know, like, not turned up, and a bitch is turned up. Next thing you know, I'm standing there, and this girl just walks up and like moved me out the way and got in front of my friend like da-da-da, like doing the most. So I pushed her. Like, I pushed her out the way. Like, that's not what you're finna do. Like, you're not finna do that. Your homegirl's already in her face doing this. Why do you need to come up thinking you finna do the same shit? Bitch, you don't even know what's going on. So I pushed her out the way, and at this point he like, because when his girlfriend was doing all that, he wasn't even holding her back or anything. He was just like, mind you, she just talking shit, but he wasn't saying nothing. He was just there like a light pole. So the homegirl, when the homegirl did that and I pushed her, he started holding the homegirl back because now his bitch want to start, hey, da 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 da, what y'all bitches not gonna do? So people over there, it's like a big commotion now. And I'm just like, no, what the fuck? Like, bitch, you not finna come sneak my homegirl? Like, you not finna just come hit her? I said, bitch, you don't even know what the fuck going on. Like, you know, and she just like, da 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 da, like talking shit. And I was just like, like, come on, friend, like, let's go. So then they like, bitch, da da da, like they doing the most, but people is holding them back or whatever. Because we're just standing there. We're not even turned up with them because we wasn't on that type of timing, but obviously they was. So next thing you know, the person who was having a party, they had that like little security, and they come over there and it was like, y'all gotta go, because clearly they knew the people, they knew them. So they was like, we gotta go. So we got kicked out. So I'm like, oh my god, like we wasn't even in there that long to be getting kicked out. Like $20 down the drain. Y'all, so we end up getting kicked out and we leave it out, and she just like, bitch, what the fuck was that about? So we leave it out, we just dying laughing. I'm like, right, what the fuck? Like, dang, now we way out here and for nothing. Like, what are we finna do? Because mind y'all, the little thing that her boo was throwing was not until way later. Like, it was gonna be later on. So I'm like, fuck, what the fuck? So when we was leaving out and we just laughing and talking and shit, we walking back to the car, because mind y'all, it's a far ass walk. So we walking back to the car, and it was a group of girls. It was like 6 girls, y'all. They coming and they walking up. We walking down to the car, they walking up to the party. So they was like, why y'all leaving? It's not lit. It's not lit. So we like, y'all, just some bullshit happened. Like, they told us we had to go. So they was like, oh shit, but was it lit? They was like, because it's another party around the corner that's only charging $10. It's a pool party. They was like, so we was thinking like, should we come into this one? Because this one was charging 20. They was like, or should we go to the one around the corner? But we was trying to see the vibes first, but we ain't been around there yet. So I was like, where is it at? Like, shit, we finna go to that one then. And she was like, if y'all finna go, then we finna go. So they all lit, like, yeah, we finna all go. So we exchanging names. What's your names? What's your name? We like, you know, so they was like, all right, well, we finna go. So they was like, y'all wanna hop in the car with us? It's 6 of y'all. It's 6 of y'all. So I'm like, no, I drove my own car. So, you know, she like, parking might be crazy. You know, it's just up the street a little bit. Mind you, it's not literally around the corner. That shit is some blocks away, bitch. No, I want to be in my own car. So I'm like, nah, I'm going to just follow y'all or whatever. So she was like, all right. So they hop in the car. 6 of them in a 2-door car. It's 6 of them in a 2-door car. Y'all is packed in there. How the hell was we finna fit? It's just me and her. How the hell we finna fit? How's 8 people finna fit in that car? Bitch acting like she driving a Tahoe or something. How the hell was we? Whatever. So we get in the car and we following them. We go to the party, and it's a few blocks away. It's not that far. It's probably like 5 minutes away in the car. But I just wasn't like, you know, it's cool, it's lit. Y'all seem cool. For one, I wasn't finna pack in that motherfucking car like sardines. That's just for one. Like, but for 2, even if she did have a big car, I wouldn't, just because it's like, I don't know y'all, and then what if y'all like get too drunk or like leave me, and then I'm gonna have to figure out a way back to my car. So no, I'm taking my own car. So we get back, we get to the new party, right? It's lit. This one is more popping than the last one. It's a lot of people outside hanging out, the party and shit, like not going in. So we park and we start walking to the front, and they like, y'all, they ain't letting nobody in no more. It's over capacity. That party was lit. When I say that one, that house was way bigger too. Like, that shit was lit. I was so mad. Like, fuck, I wish we would have came in here first, because this one looked lit. So we like, oh damn, what we finna do? So everybody really just mingling in the streets and shit and all that, and just turned up, bitches dancing, niggas dancing, like everybody just having a good ass time in the streets. I'm like, shit, this little party like as it is. So this one boy, he was like, fuck it, party at my house, party at my house. It was this random boy. We're gonna call him Tommy, because Tommy is gonna be in another story time too. So we're just gonna call him Tommy. That's not his name. It's just gonna be called Tommy. So we seen Tommy or whatever, and I mean, well, we seen him, because he was like, party at my house, party at my house. He was like, I live up the street. So we like, no, Tommy got money, you know, because these is a nice ass houses. But anyway, so Tommy like party at his house. So we like, okay. So the one girl, she went over there, she was like, so where you live at? Where you live at? He was like, up the street. So I'm like, okay. So he come up to us, and he was like, me and my homegirl, me and Rat, he was like, y'all coming to the party? Y'all come to my house? We was like, yeah, what's the address? And he was like, just follow me, shit, like just follow me where y'all park at, because he was parked like right in the front of this party. So he got in his car, and we parked down. He was like, all right, I'm gonna come down to y'all car, y'all just follow me. So it was some other niggas that came. So it was like that group of car, the girls, me and Rat, and like 2 other cars full of niggas. The one nigga, Tommy, he was in a car by himself or whatever. So we following him, we follow him. We went literally like down the street to this house, big nice ass motherfucking house. So we go, it's this big ass house. This shit is nice as fuck, y'all. Nice as fuck. And then the more we get into Tommy, I probably have like 1 or 2. It depends on how lengthy like I do, because you know how I talk too much, but it depends. But I might have 1 or 2 stories talking about Tommy. But what I realized about Tommy is, I don't know if Tommy was a house sitter. I want to just say Tommy maybe was a house sitter, because back then Airbnbs was not a thing. And every time Tommy invited us to his house, we'll be at a nice ass fucking house, and Tommy had the keys to get in these houses, but it would always be a different house. It was never the same house. I don't know. Tommy probably could have been doing something. Now that I think about it, I don't fucking know. He did have nice cars too, but we will always be at a different fucking house. It's not like it was any pictures in this house either, because trust me, I looked. I wanted to see, because I'm like, why this nigga always got a different house? Like, I promise you, we done went to 4 different houses with Tommy. 4 different nice ass, big ass fucking houses, mini mansions. Like, bro, what the fuck do you do for a living? Anyway, but this day we went to this house. So we get in the house, he opened the door, we go in there. It's a nice ass heated pool, jacuzzi. This house is nice as fuck. So he like, yeah, so he talking, Tommy exchanged Instagrams with everybody or whatever. So the girls, we all get straight to it. Everybody in the pool. I get in the jacuzzi, y'all, because at this point it's sun, like the sun is like about to go down. It's a little breezy out, so I'm in the jacuzzi. So it was me, this one girl from the other girls in the jacuzzi, and Tommy. So Tommy is just like talking to me, like asking me questions, like, you seem cool as fuck. Like, me and Tommy just really vibing about a whole bunch of random ass shit, just laughing, joking. Y'all, when I say I could have a conversation with anybody, I could have a conversation with anybody. So we really just over there talking, laughing and joking and shit. Rat over there with the other girls and the niggas and shit, they all in the pool. Like, everything was just cool. It was really just a vibe. Like, he came, he brought a speaker outside, like, we listened to music. Like, it was really a vibe. So me and Tommy, we just talking. The other girl, she was just on her phone and shit. So then Tommy ended up leaving out or whatever to get in the pool with everybody else. So me and the girl, like, we just talking. Now she talking, she was like, bitch, like, this is nice as fuck. Like, you see this house? So I'm like, girl, yes, this house is nice as fuck. She was like, right. She was like, so you know, like, how you know Tommy? And I'm like, girl, I don't. I just met Tommy when you just met Tommy, when he said it's a party at his house. She was like, oh, for real? And come to find out, all the niggas that was there too, they just met that nigga too. That nigga Tommy was at a pool party by himself. Nobody knew this man. Like, he literally, he could have been a serial killer, now that I think about it. And that we just all went to his house. Like, these men didn't even know him. Like, it was like probably like 10 niggas, but the 10 men, the 10 guys, they was all together. They was all homeboys, but they all came. They said fuck it, they all came, and we all there. And Tommy just was cool as hell. Like, Tommy actually looked like a hood nigga. But now that I think about it, I used to ask Tommy, like, where did you grow up? And he never gave me a direct answer. Like, he'd just say LA, and I'm like, what school you went to? And he'd be like, what school you went to? Tommy must have been a spy. Tommy probably was a hood spy. He probably was a undercover gangbanging spy who goes into other hoods to figure out information. That's why he lived in these nice houses. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Tommy, if you watching this, because I don't know what even happened to this man. He like fell off the face of the earth. But anyway, so y'all, anyway, so we just talking, and I'm like, oh, she was like, yeah, this nigga cool as fuck. But mind you, but this is, at this point, we don't know that these niggas is not with Tommy. We're thinking that they are all friends, because the way Tommy is just vibing with everybody, like, this man was just a vibe. Like, he's vibing with everybody. Like, so we not even knowing. Like, so she was like, yeah, girl, these niggas got money. They got money. And I'm like, right, it's a nice ass house. And she was like, girl, you seen the cars? I'm like, yeah, this is a nice house. Because it's like, bitch, fuck them cars. This is a nice house. Like, this is a nice crib. So she was just like, yeah. She was like, girl, well, since y'all don't know Tommy, y'all don't know them, she was like, me and my homegirls call dibs. What? She was like, me and my homegirls call dibs on these niggas. She was like, I'm just saying we call dibs. I said, girl, I'm just vibing, having a good time. I'm not worried about none of that. I was like, we just having a good time. Like, that's all I'm worried about. She was like, all right, I'm just saying we call dibs. And she like, hey, like, we just end up just still like turning up, and we changed subject, laughing about some other shit. Which I already thought, like, bitch, you're weird as shit. Like, y'all calling dibs on these niggas. Let the men try to talk to you, or shoot your shot at somebody, and then if it works, boom, you got them. But other than that, like, let the shit just flow. Have a good time. How are you just calling dibs on somebody? Like, I call dibs on John Morant, but that's totally different, y'all. Like, that's totally different. And I call dibs on Drake and Elon, but that's different. But anyway, but with these guys, it's like, let it flow. Like, let it flow. Like, what are you doing? But anyway, so anyway, we just turned up, we stopped talking. She ended up getting out, and at this point I ended up going over to the pool too. I'm like recording and shit, like, cause she was really like turned up with them. So I ended up getting on the phone. So I ended up going back by the jacuzzi by myself, because I was on the phone, and I don't know who I was on the phone with. Probably was on the phone with fucking Crazy, I don't know. But I was on the phone, and I ended up getting off the phone. But at that point, that's why I was in the jacuzzi. So when I was gonna get back out of the jacuzzi, one of the boys came over and started talking to me. They don't need no names, because they just random boys, and I've never seen them again ever in life. So one of the boys came over, he started talking to me. Like, we're literally, he's not talking about shit. He's not trying to like talk like, oh no, oh, let's go in the house and do some shit. Like, he really is just talking. We're just laughing and joking. We talking about TV shows, we talking about old cartoons. Like, we're talking about just so much random ass shit and just laughing and shit. So we laughing and talking like, like, it was not like he was trying to flirt with me. Maybe that's how he flirt, I don't know. I didn't take it no type of way. I felt maybe he just wanted to have a conversation, right? So we talking. So the same girl that was in the jacuzzi with me earlier, she comes over there. Mind you, she wasn't even a driver of the car. Like, bitch, you call dibs on a lot of stuff. I bet you call dibs on front seat too, and you probably ain't even got no car. But anyway, so she come over there and she was just like, what did I say? And I didn't know who the fuck she was talking to, so I continued talking to this man. I continued just laughing, talking to him. And she was just like, hello, you can't hear me? You can't hear me? So he was like, he looked up and he was like, what? Like, who you talking to? Because I'm thinking the same shit. I'm thinking she must be talking to him because, I don't know what the fuck she talking about or who the fuck she talking to. So she was like, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to her. She was like, girl, what did I say? And I said, what the fuck is you talking about? Because I already just came off defensive because the way she said, what did I say the first time? It was really giving, bitch, I am not your child. And who is you talking to? So I came off defensive. I said, girl, what the fuck is you talking about? So she was just like, what did I tell you before? She was like, I already told you. Like, look at what you doing. She was like, that's fake shit. Like, what is you doing? And I was like, what are you talking about? Because at this point, I don't know what she talking about. And she was just like, me and my homegirls called dibs on these niggas, and you over here laughing it up in the hot tub with one. Bitch, y'all. When I tell you, bitch, who are you talking to and what is you talking about? Girl. So what? Me and Rat supposed to just sit here and only talk to y'all? Bitch, fuck you. Go to hell in jail, bitch. I don't give a fuck about shit you saying to me. So I was just like, girl, I said, you being thirsty as fuck. I said, let these niggas talk to you. And I started laughing. So then the boy, he was like, call dibs. He was like, let me find out y'all betting on us. He was like, bro, they calling dibs on us and shit. They calling dibs. And this is already embarrassing because it's like, I don't want these niggas to think I was pointing out like, oh, I want him. He's mine. Like, no, bitch, what the fuck? You the one over here super in love with these niggas and come to find out these niggas ain't even got shit to do with this house because Tommy don't know none of us. Like, so she just started turning up. She was like, nah, because bitches is fake as fuck. I be trying to go out and have fun with my bitches. Have fun with my pretty bitches. Like, bitch, who is you talking to? Because I'm not ugly, the fuck. So she like trying to have fun with my bitches, and bitches fake. She was like, because we already called dibs. So she over there by the pool. The pool wasn't too far from the jacuzzi, but it wasn't super close. So she like telling her homegirl, she gonna say like said their names, and she was like, didn't we already call dibs on these niggas? And then one girl raised her hand. She's like, yeah, because he's mine. That one mine right there. And they like, yeah, we called dibs on them. So Rat was like, why is y'all calling dibs on niggas? And I was like, exactly. That's weird shit. Like, that's weird as fuck. Like, ain't nobody worried about these niggas. Like, you know, not even to be rude to them niggas, but we ain't nobody worried about them. Maybe I should stop saying that word so much. Ain't nobody worried about them young men. So next thing you know, Tommy come out, he's gonna say, oh shit, what the fuck going on? What the fuck going on? They was like, bro. This is when we figured out they didn't know him. Because the one boy's like, bro. He's like, what's your name again? He's like, Tommy. And I was just like, bitch, you calling dibs on the wrong one. None of y'all call dibs. Did y'all, any of y'all call dibs on Tom? On Tom? Did y'all? But anyway, so he like, what's going on? So he laughing. He just a big goofball. And he just like, let me record this shit. This like Bad Girls Club. Bad Girls Club live in the flesh. Live in the flesh. We got Bad Girls Club. We got Symone right here. And then he said her name because he was good at remembering names. Now that I think about it, he probably was a spy. But anyway, so he just like, we got blah, blah, blah right here. And she just starts twerking. She starts twerking in front of his camera like, hey. And her homegirl's like, yeah, fuck it up, bitch. And at this point, I was just irritated because I was just like, these bitches is weird. Like, y'all is giving weird. Like, I don't like girls who feel like they're around men with money so they gotta do too much. Like, bro, what is your point? What is your point? I could be sitting in the corner crying. I could be sitting in the corner eating cheese and reading a fucking diary in the club doing the weirdest shit ever. And if somebody want to talk to me, they're gonna talk to me regardless, bitch. So what is your point of calling dibs on a man in the fuck? That reminded me when I went out, like, never mind, I'm finna talk about that shit. But anyway, so that's just weird to me. Like, I hate females like that. I hate females like that. I've been around so many females like that, and I hate it. Because what the fuck this man got going on with his bank account, with his pockets, that ain't got shit to do with you, bitch. So why is you acting like that? Maybe if you put all that energy you put in to be a weird bitch in front of niggas that got money and put it into yourself, maybe you will have your own. Maybe you wouldn't have to act like that. Maybe you wouldn't have to call dibs on somebody. Bitch, for one, you calling dibs, they could have probably just wanted to, you know, hit and then go about their day and their life. Like, you calling bitch. It is summertime in LA, sweetheart. These men ain't looking for love. The fuck is wrong with you? So I was just already irritated with that. Like, you know, she just twerking. She was like, yeah, but we, like I said, we call dibs. And Rat was like, we not doing that. Ain't nobody calling dibs. We having a good ass time. And I was like, exactly. And then her homegirl, the other girls that she was just vibing with the whole time, they're like, no, like we already called dibs on them. Like, we call dibs. Like, we call dibs on these niggas. Like, just doing the most. So I was like, y'all is weird. I was like, y'all could have the dibs. Y'all could have them. Like, come on, my Rat, let's go. I'm like, don't we got somewhere else to go anyway? So she like, yeah. And then the girl's like, yeah, y'all might as well go because we already called dibs on them. Bitch, how many times you gonna say that? Who is dibs? Who did you call? Because whoever the fuck dibs is that you called on these men, like, why do you keep saying that? Okay, like, I get it. I get it. That's what's up. So I'm like, yeah, we finna go. I'm like, because I don't like all of that. I'm like, I don't like the weird energy. It's weird as fuck here. I'm like, I'm just trying to have a good time, and this is weird. Mind y'all, we was having a good ass time until that situation happened. So Rat like, yeah, let's go because we gotta go anyway. Like, he been blowing my phone up about when I was gonna come to this kickback. Mind y'all, we was been supposed to leave, but we really was just vibing. So we like, we finna go. So I'm like, bye y'all to the boys and not to the girls because y'all weird as hell, dib callers. And I said bye to Tommy or whatever. So Tommy already had our IG. So of course, like, y'all see link back up with Tommy a few more times. So I'm like, all right, bye. Like, bye Tommy. He like, all right, bye y'all. Like, I'm mad y'all leaving. He was like, because he was like, I don't know these motherfuckers. Y'all gonna leave me here with these motherfuckers? Nigga, we don't know you. You don't know us either. We would have been strangers as well in your home if this is your home. So yeah, so anyway, so that was like, oh my god. So y'all, the night is not over. The night is not over. So we get in the car, we dry off or whatever. He let us dry off or whatever. He let us go in the house, like go to the bathroom, use some towels, we dry off. We end up leaving or whatever. So I'm like, all right, we want to go, you want to go to the kickback? Because we dried off and we got like in our, because we had clothes on and we had our bathing suits underneath. So we put our dried off and got our regular clothes back on. And because Tommy was telling us like we could take a shower, but which I was not going to do. We don't even know you. I'm not about to take a shower in your house, sir. Like, no, we already here with weird ass bitches. No telling what weird shit they would do. Like, I don't got time. So we was leaving and she trying to call this nigga. She's blowing him up. He's not answering. Mind y'all, he had called her a few times. Like, he called her a few times and was there, but she wasn't answering because her phone wasn't in the pool with her, of course. So she like, oh my god, like, he's not answering. This nigga's mad as fuck because he was telling her to come back. So she like, he's mad. Like, mind you, he probably called her and was like blowing her phone up probably like an hour or two ago. So we on our way there. She like, let's just pull up. I'm like, you sure? She's like, yeah, they still turning up. He probably just mad in his feelings. But I text him and told him when we come in, like, he not answering, that's on him. So we pull up to his house or whatever, y'all. She's still calling. So finally she texted him and was like, I'm outside, do you just want me to walk in? And mind you, when we pulled up, it was a lot of cars. It was people hanging out, like going in and out the house and shit. I'm like, damn, little kickback my ass, this shit is a fucking house party. But either way it go, was cool. I was just kind of annoyed how like we just was in the fucking pool and shit. Like, we probably smell like chlorine. Like, I don't want to be the chlorine smelling girl. Like, I don't want somebody to be like, on my Yelp review be like, Symone, cool, talkative, nice conversation, smell like chlorine. Like, I don't have time for that to be on my Yelp review. Like, anyway, so I'm like, all right, whatever. So she like, when she texted that man and said, we outside, should I just come in? It was, her phone started ringing. It started ringing. So she like, hello? Yeah, I'm outside. He was like, leave my fucking house right now. Because mind you, she put it on speaker because we was like putting on lipstick and stuff, like not lipstick but like lip gloss and shit like that, and like make sure our hair was good. So she had on speaker. He was like, leave my fucking house right now. And she was like, what? But it sounded like he was in a bathroom or something. And he was like, leave my fucking house right now. She was like, boy, what the fuck? I know you mad, but I pulled back up. My bad, I got caught up. Like, we was in traffic. Like, my bad, I didn't have no signal. My phone was dead. Like, she just saying all these different excuses at once. My phone was dead, I didn't have signal. So even if you would have called me, the phone died and didn't have signal, so it wouldn't make no sense. Like, you know, she's saying all this shit. So he was like, I don't give a fuck what you talking about, just leave. We gonna link another day. I'm not trying to see you right now. I'm just trying to hang out with my niggas. Like, we gonna link another day. I don't want to see you, just leave. So she like, boy, what the fuck is you talking about? We finna get out the car. Like, I don't know what he talking about. So I was like, girl, he is really mad. You sure we should still go? We should have left. She was like, yes, let's go. Like, let's just go. Like, it's cool. Like, he just be tripping. And I'm just thinking like, that is how they talk to each other, because earlier they was cussing each other out but pleased each other. So let me not judge this relationship, y'all. So we kept getting out the car. We finally get out the car because we was still fixing ourselves. This nigga come up to the car, open up the door, and opened up my door. bro, you know she ain't got no car. Why would you come up to the driver though? So he opened up my door and he was like, and I was like, and he was just like, my bad. He closed it and walked around to her door and opened up her door and was like, don't come to my fucking house. Leave right now. Leave the fuck right now. Like, you don't need to be here. You need to leave. And he was mad. And she was like, what you talking? Like, I'm not finna leave. Like, what the fuck? So next thing you know, we get out the car and they're yelling at each other so fucking loud. Mind y'all, I said there's people hanging out, people coming in and out the door. They're yelling at each other loud as fuck. So I was like, Rat, let's just go. Like, let's just go. So she was like, no. Mind y'all, it was so much going on when we got out the car. I usually lock my doors when I get out, but this is important for me to tell y'all. I did not lock my door because it was so much going on that I forgot, like, it slipped my mind. So I'm like, Rat, let's just go. Like, fuck him. Like, let's just go. See, like, yeah, listen to your friend. Listen to your friend. Just leave. We'll link another time. I'm not trying to link with you right now. Like, I don't want to see you right now. You was on some whole shit. You probably was doing this, that, and the third at the pool party. Like, I don't want to see you right now. So she like, man, I don't give a fuck. Like, we're going in. Come on, Symone, let's go in. So he's like holding her like this, like by her shoulders. He's like, you're not fucking going in my house. Leave my fucking house. Hey, you better take your friend home because it's bad. She can't be right here. She can't be here. So I'm thinking like, wow, this man is upset. He's upset. She should have answered that phone. So he's mad. Like, he's going off and he's loud. She's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going in the house. Mind you, I am not going to a party where somebody don't want me there that bad. He's cussing her out. Bitch, get the fuck off my grass. You go in that fucking house, I'm gonna knock your ass out. And she was just, and I'm just thinking like, wow. Whoa, this is getting extreme. So I'm like, Rat, come on. I like pull her arm, but I didn't get too close because that man ain't finna knock me out. Shit, crazy is my man, but I don't think he would come from, no, he wouldn't have came through for me. He wouldn't. He wouldn't. He would have just like, well, that's your fault, you know, because he would have been like, well, what do I gotta do with it? But anyway, so I'm like pulling her or whatever, like a little bit, like, come on, like, girl, let's just go. We could do something else. And he like, yeah, listen to your friend. Listen to your motherfucking friend. And she like, nigga, they just going back at it. They're yelling, cussing loud to where it's starting to make a scene. Oh my God. It was so, next thing you know, some girls come outside the house. And one girl come outside the house and she pushed Rat so fucking hard. No questions asked. She just pushed her. So I'm thinking, oh, that must be his sister. And she pushed her. And she was like, bitch, get the fuck up. She pushed her so hard to where she fell. She fell. And at this point, I know y'all probably thinking like, Symone, what did you do? Nothing, because last time I tried to do something, I got to somebody. But anyway. So she pushed Rat so hard that she fell. Like, she pushed her so fucking hard that she fell. She's like, bitch, get the fuck up or I'm gonna beat your ass on the grass. And he was like, I told you not to come to my house. And she was just like, bitch, da-da-da. They going back and forth. So I'm like, girl, come on. Like, I went over to her and I'm like helping her. But she was like, no, who the fuck is this bitch? And she was like, da-da-da. Like, they going back and forth. Come to find out, when Rat didn't answer, he invited his other girl to the party. He invited his other bitch to the party. So this was his bitch. So yeah, and the girl knew of Rat. She knew of who she was. So she like, bitch, I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you. So she like, get the fuck up. And Rat was like, I'm helping her up, but Rat is like standing so close to me. And she was just like really like saying, talking shit to the nigga. And he was like, bitch, leave. I told you not to come to my fucking house. Like, and she was like, but you told me earlier. He was like, bitch, I ain't seen you earlier. I just got out. And I'm just thinking like, nigga, we most definitely was just here, but whatever. But I ain't say that. I'm just standing there. I'm like, what the fuck? So they like that. So more people come outside. Y'all would never guess who the fuck came outside that motherfucking house and came over there. Why was the girls from the other party that was trying to fight her? Y'all, come to find out, okay, so come to find out, the two girls is cousins. So you talk to both of these cousins, nigga. Like, what the fuck? So the girl was like, yeah, cousin, beat her ass. Beat that bitch ass. That bitch was all on my nigga earlier at the pool party. What the fuck? So one girl was like, at the pool party. So she looked and she was like, you the bitch that pushed me. Talking about me. Like, you the bitch that pushed me. I said, okay, because you wasn't just finna sneak my homegirl. Now I'm in it. Now I'm in the shit. Oh my God. Yeah. So I'm in it now. So the girl, she like, yeah, I'm gonna beat this bitch ass. So then, since I'm in it now, the Rat, because Rat the whole time when the girl was telling her to get up and come on, she went to fight her. Rat is like behind me, damn near, like on me, like, yeah, no. If you gonna hit both of us. So now that this girl's talking to me and talking shit to me, she can't do all of that because I'm like, you know, moving over and shit, like not moving away, but I'm like moving over like, yeah, you pushed my homegirl, you wasn't finna do all of that. So I'm talking shit back. So the girl like, come here. When I tell y'all, she literally, like, Rat is moving back. The girl's like running up and like squaring up with her, and Rat just like moving back, like damn near running from this girl. And I'm over here getting into it with this bitch. I'm getting into it with this bitch, y'all. And the bitch, like, she really like, I wasn't looking because I'm over here like getting into it with this bitch, but I heard like ooh ooh, and then I was like, here, Rat is running. The girl like took off on Rat a little bit, and she's like running from this girl, like running from her. But this girl's talking to me, so it's just so much going on. And I hear this nigga, get that bitch, baby, get that bitch. And I'm over here, so the girl's like, yeah, bitch, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Nobody was finna take off your hunger. Like, she's just going back and forth with me, and I'm just like, whatever. Like, so what you want to do? So what you want to do? Because what? Obviously, like, you're mad, you're still mad, so what do you want to do? I'm like, it's no beef, but so what do you want to do? So it's like, bitch, I want to fight you. Like, I want to fight you because you should never put your hands on me, getting into shit you ain't had nothing to do with. Bitch, you're getting in that shit you had nothing to do with. You know what was going on. So anyway, we're going back and forth. So she was like, I want to fight you, I want to fight you. So there was these two girls that was not the pool party. They was like, my cousin not fighting. And the other girl's like, yeah, my cousin not fighting, bitch, we want that. We need your fade. We need your fade. How the fuck this? Fuck me? What did I do? Like, I'm just, but no, like, now I'm just like, what the fuck? How is this on me? Like, but at this point, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not about to be scary, so I'm like, okay, all right, whatever, it's whatever. So she was like, yeah, I want to fight you too. So it's three girls that want to fight me at this point. Rat is literally still running from this girl and all this other shit, y'all. And they like kind of fought, but I wasn't finna take my eyes off of these three bitches that want to fight me to go look at what's going on with Rat. Because they was like, when she did catch Rat, like, she would catch her because Rat had a long ass fucking weave at that time. She had a long ass weave. This bitch was like catching her by her hair and beating her up, and then Rat would get away and be running. Y'all, it was just so much going on, but I can't take my eyes off of them to look at that because it's three bitches that want to fight me. I'm not finna turn my head and then next thing you know, I'm getting jumped. No, I need to be focused on what's going on with me. Rat could handle her own shit. She fighting one bitch. I got three to worry about. So I'm just like, okay, what's up? Like, you know, at this point, I'm turning up because y'all got me fucked up. And at this point, I'm thinking like, oh my God, these bitches are finna jump me. But then I'm thinking like, I'm not finna show y'all that. I'm feeling that way. So I'm like, all right, so who wanna go first? Y'all, that made them so mad when I said that because they just kept talking shit like, beat your ass bitch. So I'm like, so who wanna go first? And then they was like, oh, we going first. My cousin not fighting. And she's like, yeah, my cousin not fighting. So the girl that I pushed at the party, she's standing in the back. And she like, yeah, my cousin's gonna handle that. They gonna handle that. And these two bitches squared up. What? So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, okay, at this point it's weird. Because it wouldn't have been nothing. Like, I would have fought one of the girls or whatever. If that would have been what it would have to been. But who's gonna willingly get jumped? Not me. So I said, bitch, what the fuck I look like willingly getting jumped? Y'all bitches is two trying to fight 2-on-1. For one, what? And it's not like we have beef. I don't even know y'all. Like, I'm not about to fight 2-on-1. I'm not about to willingly just scrap. I'm like, yes, 2-on-1. Let's get it. Let's do this. Like, no. So I was like, girl, you're weird as fuck. I'm like, if you want to fight, we could do 1-on-1 and whatever. And she was like, ain't nobody finna jump you, bitch. And she's like, yeah, ain't nobody finna jump you. And they kept doing like this, like stumping. Like they was like, they wanted me to flinch or something. Like, I was a fucking dog. Like, bitch, ain't nobody finna flinch. So I'm standing there, and at this point, I hate this about myself, y'all. When I get really mad, I start laughing. So I'm over here laughing because it's funny to me. And at the same, and it's not a nervous laugh, y'all. Because some people like, it's a nervous laugh. No, it's not a nervous laugh. It just, I don't know. Like, I go through a lot of, but when I get really, really mad, it's like I go through a lot of different emotions at once. And then it's like, boom, blow up. So I'm laughing like, bitch, what? Like, y'all not finna just jump me. Like, so I'm like, y'all not about to just jump me. Like, what the fuck? So the bitch like, ain't nobody finna jump you, bitch. You scary ass bitch. They call me all type of scary ass bitches, right? So, ooh, excuse me. So they calling me all type of scary ass bitches or whatever. So I'm like, it's nothing to fight y'all. It's nothing to fight y'all. I'm like, at this point, so I was like, but y'all not finna jump me, like whatever. So they was like, call whoever you want to call whoever you want to call. So I'm like, okay, the fuck. So I'm finna call my people, bitches. Y'all ain't scaring nobody. The fuck. So I'm like, yeah, because y'all bitches weird as fuck. And I'm like, at this point, where the fuck is Rat? So they like, yeah, okay, this bitch scared. She ain't talking about shit. She ain't doing shit, like, whatever. And it's like, I don't give a fuck. Y'all call me scary all I want. If you in the comments, if you would have felt like I would have took two of them big bitches, them bitches was huge. Y'all would have felt like they would have beat my ass, y'all. I'm not even going to sit here and lie. They would have beat the fuck out of me. Them girls would have beat the fuck out of me. And I just wasn't about to willingly do that shit. Like, bitch, no, the fuck? It is summertime in LA. I'm single, bitch. You think I'm gonna be walking around with a black eye, a busted motherfucking mouth and all that just to prove a point to some bitches? Like, you must be out your mind. I don't care. I'm not about to willingly, like, the one girl, like, they look like they fought their whole life. The one girl, she looked like she would have really took me, but I still would have went there with her though. But I'm not finna fight two girls at one time. I'm sorry. It just would have been bad. That shit wouldn't even, I probably would have got one hit in, one good hit in, and that's it. And probably only to one of them. Like, I just was not finna do that. I do not care. They can call me scary all they want to, but shit, I'm not finna willingly get jumped. That shit is weird. Like, I'm sorry. Like, hey, if you in the comments would have did that, and then plus I'm grown as fuck, bitch. What the fuck I even look like out here fighting these random ass bitches anyway? But anyway, so whatever. So I'm like, what the fuck? So they like, yeah, this bitch ain't doing shit. So I noticed they start walking away and they like, yeah, scary ass bitch. They was talking a whole bunch of shit and they walking back towards the house. I go back to my car. You know why my door is locked and rats in the car? Because I was wondering, like, why by my car? The girl was by my car and she just like, yeah, bitch, like she was banging on my window. So I'm thinking like, why is this bitch trying to bust my window out? Like, and it's not the girl, it's the girl that was fighting rat. I'm thinking like, why is she trying to bust my window out? So I go back to my car. I'm trying to open the door and rat's in the car with the door locked. And I was just like, rat, open up the door. And she was like, no, no. And mind you, at this point, my little thingy, I had dropped my little clicker box thingy to click the door open. So I had to stick my key in. So I'm trying to like go through my shit. I'm like, rat, open up the door. She was like, no, no, Symone, no. No, and the bitch was like, get out the fucking car, bitch. Get out the car. So she banging on the window. So at this point, I go around to the other side because she was in my driver's seat. I go around to the other side to the passenger door and I'm trying to open the door. This bitch is like pulling the door like from that side. I opened the door. I said, bitch, what is you doing? And she's like, no, Symone, no. Like, she over there really like, no. Like, shit, at least I was finna get beat up by two bitches and be okay with it. Like, bitch, you over here crying from this one girl. Like, the fuck is wrong with you, girl? Get the fuck out of the car. Like, so she like, no, 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 no. And I'm like, girl, just chill. Like, she's like, bitch, cause that bitch, I'm gonna catch you, bitch. I'm gonna catch you, scary ass bitch. So her nigga finally at this point, he just done seeing rat get her ass beat. So he like, come on, let's just go back in the house. Let's just go back in the house. So she started walking away with the other girls because the other girls, they was talking shit, but they was walking away. They didn't care because they already knew their cousin could handle it because Rat was running around the street like a motherfucking crazy person avoiding this girl. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I hop in the car. I finally get in the car because I'm like, bitch, get out of my fucking driver's seat. And she's trying to hop over. Like, she was not trying to get out the car from nothing in the world. I'm like, bitch, she already walked back to the house with her nigga. Like, and she was just like, bitch, damn, bitch, it's got me fucked up. No, we gonna come back over here. I'm about to call my homegirls. I'm about to call these people. I'm about to call these people. You call your people. Like, we finna come back over here. I said, bitch, we're not coming back over here. And she was like, we're finna come back over here. I was like, we're not. Mind you, it was, and I was like, girl, we're not. She was like, why? Why? You don't want to fight? Like, you're scared to fight them? I said, Rat, what did you talking about? It was two bitches trying to fight me, possibly more than that, because it was literally a whole bunch of females by me, and you literally just getting chased by one bitch. You literally, I could see if it was one girl trying to fight me and everybody was just like, cool. No, it was two bitches squaring up at once. They kept doing that with their feet, like I'm flinching. I'm literally just standing there like, the fuck? Like, I'm not finna flinch. And I'm like, and you're literally running from one person. Like, you're running from her. I mean, I couldn't really see, but I could hear what's going on. I could hear him saying, get her, like. And her hair was fucked up. Her hair was fucked up, like her nose was bleeding. She's like, you got tissue? Like, you got tissue? Why are you yelling at me? Like, bitch, don't yell at me. Don't do that, because you should have just turned around and fought her or whatever the fuck. Like, I didn't see, so I don't know. Maybe she did. Who knows? But she, like, man, so we ended up leaving. That car ride home was annoying. After she was doing all that yelling, I'm telling her, like, bitch, no, because we're not coming back. You didn't even want to fight that one fucking girl. Like, you're not finna come back and like, how do I sound telling a bitch, hey, y'all not finna jump me, but then we finna come, you think we finna come back with bitches to jump them? Like, that's no. Like, I'm not into the whole jumping thing. Like, one-on-one is cool. So anyway, so I'm like, no. So after that, the car ride home was quiet as fuck. We get back to my house, and before we got the car, I'm like, do you want to go home? Like, because at this point I'm irritated as fuck with her. I'm so annoyed with this bitch. I'm so annoyed because she's telling me like, oh, what the fuck, like, I didn't even know him and his bitch was back together. But mind you, the whole time she was stalking this bitch Instagram. She knew they was back together. That's how she knew the nigga was out, from the bitch's Instagram. What the fuck you thought you was finna do? You're scary as fuck. You wanted to pull up on this bitch and her nigga for what? And he literally was cussing you out. He didn't even have your back. He didn't even say, no, don't hit my side, bitch. Like, no, he literally was letting you get your ass beat and chased around the motherfucking street. And, you know, we in the hood. He live in the hood, so ain't nobody calling the police or nothing like that. Like, you just finna get chased and get beat up. That just was finna go down. So anyway, so after all, I'm like, you want to go home? Like, you know, she's like, oh, I can't stay another night at your house. I'm like, you could. I'm like, but I'm asking you, do you want to go home? Because at this point, we, like, literally, like, we getting into it. Like, we kind of, like... And she was like, oh, nah, don't do that. Like, don't do that. And I'm just like, bitch, don't turn up on me because you didn't turn up on that other girl. Because I'm so annoyed. And she was like, don't do that. She was like, because I beat that bitch ass. She was like, but he was really trying to fight me too. Mind you, that nigga was standing on the sidewalk. That's one person I could see on the corner of my eye was him. He never was chasing you around with that bitch. Like, come on now. It was literally nobody because nobody else gave a fuck. Like, they must know that girl is fucking Muhammad Ali or something. That bitch was gonna beat your ass. She didn't need no help. Like, nobody was trying to help her. Like, they really was letting her beat you up. Like, so I'm just like... Girl, no, he wasn't. And she was like, how you gonna tell me you was over there trying to convince them bitches not to fight you? And I said, convince them? For one, if they would have just decided to hit me, then we would have just had to fight. I wouldn't have been running around the street like her. I would have just had to get beat up. I would have just had to get jumped. That would have just had to been. I would have tried my best. But, you know, it is what it is. But I wouldn't have been running around like a motherfucking dog off a leash, ho. Like, what is you talking about? So she was just like, I'm not trying to do this. Like, I'm not trying to let nobody come between us. Like, for one, we already done got into it with everybody in the fucking world this night because of you. So anyway, so she was just like, I just want to stay another night, y'all. She ended up staying the night, and it was so much tension that night. Like, it was so much, and she really was just trying so much to make it up to me. Like, she was trying so much to be like on my good side and all that other shit. Eventually, like, oh, friend, because I told her, I'm like, you gotta go home. Like, tomorrow, I'm like, you can stay the night because I'm back at my house and I don't feel like taking you home. I'm like, but you have to go home because I don't want to be bothered. Like, I want to be by myself. I don't want to be bothered. Like, you've been here a whole fucking week. You gotta go home or you gotta go to somebody else's house. This is not my problem. We're not even best friends, bitch. Go to your best friend's house. To somebody's house. So she was trying so cool because she did not want to go home. But I ended up taking her home that next day. Like, not early in the morning, but later in that day. But we ended up getting back, like, cool, like, on talking terms. We was, like, laughing about a lot of shit that happened. But she really swear me down she was not running from that girl. She was like, bitch, I was not running from her. The fuck? Like, we was fighting. She was like, and I was, like, moving around. You know, when you move around when you fight. But I don't see how you could move around from the neighbor's lawn to across the street. I don't see, like, damn. Like, I don't see how you moved that much around when you was fighting a bitch because you was running. But whatever. But, yeah, we was just really laughing. She was like, bitch, no. Like, girl, no, that bitch. And really was trying to lie and tell me, like, why she hit me up on IG trying to be cool, like, trying to say, oh, she apologized and I got hands. Bitch, and she the type of person that's gonna show me something. Like, girl, show me where this bitch said you got hands. Because why would she say that? Because, mind you, I seen her banging on my window. It didn't look like nothing was wrong with that girl. That girl didn't look like she got touched by wind. Like, that girl looked like she did not fight nobody. But you over here bleeding and hair fucked up. Like, that girl beat you up the little that she could because you ran. But whatever. And it's crazy because I'm not friends with Rat no more. But even when we fell out and we got into it, she was like when we got into it over the whole summer love affair thingy, whatever. And I'll tell y'all more, like, when we had met up and, like, it was a situation, y'all. I'll tell y'all more when me and her had met up after that situation, like, to fight. This bitch had the nerve, when we was getting into it, had the nerve to say, bitch, don't try me because I see what you about. And you scary. You was not trying to fight those girls. Bitch, you ran. You ran. Like, I literally said I would have fought them, like, if they was trying to do one-on-ones. But if they would have all just hit me, then we would have all fought. Like, but bitch, it's not like I was running like, oh my god, like, run away, love. Like, I was not running. I never went back to my car. It's not like, bitch, if I was scary, honestly, I could have hopped in my car. If I was scary, I could have hopped in my car and drove off and left your stupid ass in the street to run around town. I could have did that. Like, bitch, I could have been a peacemaker. Like, please, you guys, let's all just get along. Like, I could have been just like that. Like, girl, whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, people could say whatever they want to say. I really could care less. Like, girl, whatever. If you want to say I was scared because I just let those girls jump me, whatever. Because honestly, if they really wanted to fight me, they could have just took off on me. Honestly, they wasn't scared. I'm pretty sure of that. But if they probably just wanted to, they probably thought they was just gonna be punking me, like I was gonna be scared and begging and crying or some shit, and that's not what I was gonna do. Because they really kept doing this like they was flinching at a damn fucking cat to run away, and it was just like, I'm just like, I'm not understanding why y'all doing that. But anyway, y'all, that's the end of this story. That night was so fucking crazy. And let me just say, anytime she ever wanted to pick niggas, it would have to be a thorough background check. I'll be like, no, tell me the rundown of this, that. Because, bitch, you got a bad track record and you gonna get your ass beat, which she has before. And it was a crazy situation because I was there. And, y'all, but anyway, that's the end of this story, y'all. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give a girl a thumbs up, and comment down below. Also, don't forget to let me know if y'all think that I should start putting like background music when I'm telling the story, if I should put music going along through the whole story. Like, let me know if y'all think I should do that. All right, you guys, so yeah, peace out.